Hello and welcome to Odyssey of Eternity. I'm Kenneth, and today we're going to be playing some Pokemon. I've been working on adjusting my team for, what do you call it, for competitive play. And it's one of those things that I just need to make sure I have the Pokemon. I tried my doubles team out after I made it, and well, it did really good in casuals. It did not do well in, what do you call it, in the normal loop, which was a bit unfortunate when I actually got to ranked. So, been changing things up a little bit. I sort of had a different thought on how things needed to work. I believe this one's already, that one's already a little EV trained, but I might have the stuff to wipe those. So I'm going to move this over here to a potential. Right now, I'm looking forward to see if I have a Murkrow in here, because I got a plan with Murkrow. Got a plan. So far as you can see, the fungus isn't part of this. I just need that for a specific move. To egg move, but I need to level it up in order to get that egg move. And I'll be going into my decisions here really quickly, or before too long. But first and foremost, I did want to let you guys know that our Discord is now a community Discord. So that means anyone can join, and there will be links being posted in the chat every now and again. Here you can join in, you can have a good time, talk to people. We have Pokemon bounty boards, we have looking for games, stuff like that. And lots of D&D. So that's your thing, we have you. I'm not saying Gothitelle is really good. I'll have to look that up later. Fighting type. I have another Arboliva. Cool. I'm just gonna put it there. I have a Honchkrow here, which, well, isn't what I'm looking for. I'll just let me just look up real quick. Honchkrow or Murkrow. Murkrow Pokemon. So I absolutely love putting Pokemon that aren't necessarily the best Pokemon into a meta standpoint. Okay, so Prankster is a hidden ability. Which means I need a bit more setup than what I have available to me right now with that. So Murkrow might be on my wish list for a little bit. Wait, I have another Amogus there that has the move I need. I don't know why it wouldn't let me look for that move earlier. That is okay. Boom, bada, bang, bada, bang, bada, boom. So I might just have to stick with my normal plan that I had a minute ago, earlier this morning. I did see a Murkrow build that I really liked. I was going to borrow. However, that requires getting a hidden nature or hidden ability, and I don't necessarily have access to that yet. I used my one ability patch that I had, and I don't know any way to get any more besides like the 1% chance of, what do you call it? On the large raids. I actually got my first one, and only one, from the Charizard raid, which was a really fun raid once you got past how broken it was with the mechanics. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that one, but that's okay. worth a shot. Alright, boom, boom. Alright, so first and foremost, I need to held items. Take that mirror, put that right on there. Boom, bada, bing, bing, bada, boom, bada, boom, 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 boom. Okay. So first and foremost, we're gonna go just outside the city. Zoom, bada, boom, bada, bada, bada. Find a spot where I can comfortably, you know, have a picnic. There we go. Picnic. I did not set things up yet, so I need to pack up and go. I made a goof. Right, first off, toad scroll. Forget a move. Bada bing. Now we can picnic. Alright, throw them out. Boop it boom. A little mouse hold. I like mouse hold a lot. Alright, so that should, because we had the one, yes. I did not want the toxic, okay. Alright, so now I need to go to Among Us. Check summary. Adjust moves. Forget moves. Toxic is not one I would like. Try that again. Throw out my picnic. Oh, I have to look this way. Okay. Almost knocked over my water. My pack up and go. I really wanted to just use Toad Screw because I love Tentacruel and perfect. Okay. Got what I'm looking for there. So now I can go to boxes. Say bye forever to Among Us because it's a good Pokemon. I used to use it in my competitive teams before I got too big into it. I'm really bummed out. I EV trained this Arbor last night, and I didn't realize that I had the wrong ability that I was looking for this synergy. So put Bella Banana back in there, which if you haven't seen Bella Banana yet, I absolutely adore Bella Banana. It's a shiny Dondozo. Absolutely wonderful. So I need to see, check summary here. Boom, boom. Check summary. Both are fighting. Okay. Because I want the Seed Sower. Like that. That is what I'm looking for, honestly. Just double check. Summary here. Special attack and HP. Okay. That's what I had. Which sort of bothers me because I did put in, hey, Dokuro, how's it going? I did put a sizable amount of stuff into that one. So we need... You know what? HP might be the one to start with, just because. Let me just double check that's what I put on that other one. Boom, bada, bang. Cool. So this will allow me to show you guys how quickly it takes to actually EV train. You could just go buy the stuff. I'm poor. I just spent a lot of money on bottle caps that I messed up with. Ooh, wait a minute. Distraction. First off, let's check to see what this rate is real quick. It's our 6-star for the day. Or 5 or 6-star, usually 6. I might be able to get some good items there. By the way, if you are in the Discord server and you would like to chit-chat, I am hanging out in the Poketime channel in our Discord, so if you would like to join in and have some fun, some nice conversations, go for it. That way I'm just not talking to myself the entire time. I thought that was a Smeargle for a minute, but it was not. I would have shit bricks if I seen a Smeargle. But Smeargle did not make the cut in this one. Nope. I cannot get any Terra Pokemon right now because I don't want to risk any of my EVs right now. Bang. Ultra Ball. Let's see, what is our raid? Ooh, Psychic type. Alright, so let's hear. We'll connect to the internet. Boom, bada, bang. Bang. We're going to go boxes just to be safe. I don't want to accidentally mess up my Herbaleva with her stuff. Trying to see here, who would I use against a Psychic type there? Because Iron Hands is just going to get destroyed. Iron Moth, wouldn't be the greatest. Oh, it's fantastic. Since I got the hard line, I've been absolutely loving the improvements just to the stream alone. It has been well worth the effort to run that line. Like, well worth. I've been thoroughly enjoying it. Psychic type, do 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 do. Who will I use to kill? Do 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 do. I could. I will. Boom, bada, bang. Alright. We're gonna go. Boom. Challenges group. It was a bit of a hassle to run the line. However, it wasn't the hardest thing to do. It was easier than what my original plan was, because Emily wanted me to run it through the floor. But I was able to convince her to let me run it on the walls, and you can barely see it. So, hindsight, I might have just run it through the ventilation system. Looking back at it, that's what I probably would have done. Because that runs through the house, already has holes in it, and I wouldn't have had to do too much. But I did not do that. I did this instead, and it's working. And I am so grateful on the benefits that I've been getting so far. I am super excited, by the way, for our table tonight. It's always a fun time with that table. I think I have the event set on Discord for 6 tonight, which is unfortunate. Once I set an event, it doesn't let me change it, so let me just double check. But it is tonight at 7. Okay, it is today at 7. Cool. See, I'm excited too for our Curse of Strahd campaign with you in it, because Cedric seems like, I've heard a lot about him, I've heard you talk about him, I've heard Jask talk about him, but I'm excited to see him exist in the game, in a world that might challenge him a bit. So... wait. Don't bring Iron Hands. No, Max. You're gonna get destroyed. It's a psychic type. Stop. Stop. Yeah, and Eugene was a good character. I really enjoyed Eugene. Actually, all of the characters you've brought, I've thoroughly enjoyed. It's fun to see you slip into different characters that are so dynamic and so different. Like between Eugene and then going to Finn, was quite impressive. Boom ba doom ba ba doom ba doom. You get a bulk up in. Bum 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 ba dum bum. Bulk up a bit more. Turn that down just a smidge. Boom ba dum ba dum ba ba dum ba ba dum. All right, let's Rage Fist and punch. Nice. A little bit of damage. Oh, how did that... Oh, the home claws, that's it. Damn it. I don't like all those home claws that he has. Okay. 2 more attacks. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Ugh, that is sick. Ugh. Yep, we lose. We have just a bad type up. That's okay. That's okay. It was worth a shot. I'm not going to keep pounding my head against this one, so I'd much rather do what I set up my goal for the stream. Oh, absolutely, Sage. Some of these seem absolutely more difficult than the Charizard. Once you figured out the Charizard, it was very easy. But until that point, it was very difficult. Because you get some of these that you just can't get a good type matchup, or people show up and they don't bring the right typing to the event. Honestly, I could have just... I might try that one again. I'm going to give that one more try. I have an idea. Don't know why I didn't do it. Oh, wait, because they're in my battle box. That's why. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go boxes. I'm going to mess up my battle box for a minute. G2. Remove for a minute. Back to the boxes. Also, how you doing today, Sage Panda? Good to see you today. Gonna swap that out there for a moment. Hey, welcome, Jim.
What is up, my boy?
Not much. How about yourself?
Nothing. I just, I'm sitting here watching you play the Pokemans, supporting Odyssey of Eternity with my vision.
I appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it.
No, but I wanted to, because you were talking about the tables and stuff. I really enjoy the different energy that each table has. Because, I'm playing with the same people that we played the Tiamat one, Tyranny of the Dragon Queen, or whatever that one's called. I don't remember the name of the...
Yeah.
The Dragon Queen one, the Tiamat one.
Yeah, the Tyranny of Dragons.
Tyranny of Dragons, thank you. And I enjoy... I enjoy being difficult, but at the same time, I really enjoy being, the team's one, maybe we shouldn't be stupid, Yeah. Well, because
it's so true.
Because when I saw, the lineup for Strahd, and when y'all were doing Death House, I was like, okay, so we got a Scrimply Scrungo with a dog, and then we got a thief, and we got yonder brooding edgelord vampire man. Okay, I'm gonna be my straight edge paladin who is nice to everyone, and yes.
I love that that's the dynamic that you brought into that table too, because, like you said, you have the wizard who has the dog, but they're not very social. You have the overly social Dampier character that is a bit edgy. You have who else do we have in that one? It's and then
Shimmers, the gnome.
Yes.
Fairy gnome.
Yep. Then you have Shimmers, which is an absolutely wonderful character that is very upbeat, and nothing can get them down. So I'm excited to see where this table will go, because I have a vision for this playthrough of Strahd.
Vision.
Yeah, and I'm trying to play it off in a way that I haven't seen most people play it before. So I have a vision to hopefully do it right, because in previous playthroughs of Strahd, and both as a player and as a DM, it's one of those books that if at any moment the big bad becomes not a threat anymore, or a joke gets made, the game's over.
Yeah.
You're just gonna sit there for a while and just sort of everyone's gonna. It takes away the ending from the players a bit.
Yeah. And so, another thing I wanted to say about that, I wanted to talk about it last time when we played, but we had to get into, the actual game. So, I've played Curse of Strahd before.
Yeah.
And we died at the oh my god, I can't remember the name of it. We died at the wine place.
Okay. By the way, spoiler alerts if you are playing Curse of Strahd.
Sorry. Yeah.
Or
spoiler alert. I'm not gonna go into super detail, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not gonna admit it. So that's as far as I've gone, because that's where the team perished. So
yeah. And the way
I've only been there.
And the way I run it is that it's not the end. Death is never the end in Curse of Strahd.
Because you're on a plane of dread.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! That hurt.
Are you okay? Are you alright? Oh no, it's Zumaril.
Zuzu!
Oh, no.
Zuzu got iron-headed.
Okay. I'm just gonna say something about Scarlet and Violet. I don't like the terrestrialized forms. They kind of dumb. Like...
They are dumb. I will give you that 100%. The part I enjoy about it is that it changes the formula without giving them, like in Sword and Shield, like the Dynamax, it changed the formula, but that's just because you had 400 extra health to deal with.
Yeah, no, I agree. So my main thing is, I wish they would have done something with the giant, stupid crystal things growing out of their heads.
Yeah.
If they had just made their color different to signify what type they were, and make them have like a little, like make the things smaller. I don't know, but like having like, I don't know which one is the balloons. Like what type is the balloons?
The air or flying.
Is that flying?
Yeah.
It just. Or like the Corva Squire with the giant eye growing out of its forehead. I didn't. Yeah.
My favorite one though for the terrestrialized, and it just makes me giggle every time I see it. Well, there's two of them. First one is any Pokemon with a steel tetralization, just because it's a goddamn axe sticking in the back of their head. Like that one just makes me giggle every time I see it. But the other one that makes me laugh is the, what do you call it? Is the balloons, but the balloons when it is what Pokemon? Bisharp's evolution. Because all it does is it has all of these balloons in the middle of a knife head, and I'm like, it just makes me giggle because I'm like, you move your head at all, that's popping.
Them crystal balloons. Yeah.
But
also, just to talk back on table stuff.
Yeah.
I am very interested to see what you what you have cooked up for Finn, and I actually wanted to talk to you a little bit about Finn's backstory. And I know neither of them are here. Well, neither of them that watch are here.
Yeah.
So I can speak freely. So basically, Finn was born with a dragon mark. Which is why he has like the mark of making and everything.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for that. There's no like, oh, he's special or anything like that. Sometimes dragon marks just happen. And they happen for no reason. It's like a luck of the draw type thing, and yours may be bad or yours may be good. Like I read into how they work in Eberron, and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool, you know. And so that's why Finn was born without an arm and a leg and with white hair and red eyes. Like the dragon mark messed him up in the fetal stage, and he like, you know, didn't complete, basically. But his brother and sister, Leandra and Remus, they're all like, his entire family is like dark hair, blue eyes, and then Finn came out and he was, you know, white hair, red eyes, and they were like, oh, he's special. You know? He must be coddled. But, because I know we had said before, look, Dun Sparse. One of my wife's favorite Pokemon is Dunsparce, and I told her about Dun Sparse, and that's Dun Sparse.
It's one of my, it's actually one of my, it was actually the first shiny I found in this game. Holy crap, that hurt.
Oh, really? You found a shiny Dun Sparse?
Well, I found a shiny Dunsparce. And then I just went from there. And also, I just want to see how this goes. The terrestrialized population bomb, you know, might be the...
Population bomb?
It hits 10 times. Also...
But it's called...
It's called population bomb, yes. I like how only one of them gets the crown.
Yeah. I'm the king. Look at me. I am the captain now.
But the other thing is it hits up to 10 times. But this Pokemon has one of the best abilities in the game for it. which is Technician. So let me just look at there. Let me heal up Mousehold real quick. So check summary. Boom, boom. So
Mousehold.
Can I look at the moves without? All right, without. You're not gonna let me. I hate you sometimes, game. All right, here. Why rearrange moves? Okay, cool. There. So tidy up. Absolutely fantastic setup move. Removes the effect of spikes, stealth rock, stippy webs, toxic spikes, and substitute. But it also gives you a free dragon dance with it.
Okay, that's okay.
That's dirty. That is dirty.
Yeah. That's like, oh, you took 2 turns to set up stealth rock. Okay, I'm just gonna tidy up. There you go, cleaned it.
Yeah, and then you
Cleaned your room for you, Billy.
And then you outspeed him the next turn. and then you have population bomb, power 20. However, because it's under 60 power, Technician doubles that to about power 30. I think it's actually 1.5 multiplier, so I think it's like 35 damage.
35, yeah.
35 times 10 though, because it hits until it doesn't, up to 10 times. It's not like the other ones where it's a random chance of how many times it hits. This just hits until it misses. So it has an accuracy of 90. Okay. Throws a little wrench into it. However, that's why you put the item on it, the wide lens, which boosts the accuracy of the move to 99%. So now you have a 1% chance of missing a move that hits 10 times. That makes stab really powerful on it, but then you throw in the terrestrialization, which adds an additional 60% stab on population bomb. Someone did the math. It is the equivalent of 4 to 6 hyper beams and 1 turn.
So have they banned this Pokemon in competitive yet?
They have banned it in Smogon rules.
Oh, okay.
But Smogon has almost banned every single Pokemon so far. This game? That's a new Pokemon in this game, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Smogon does not like Scarlet and Violet. They've banned Houndstone because Houndstone has ability. It's a base power 50 move. But for every Pokemon that has fainted in your party, it increases the power by what do you call it? By 50. So if you have a party of 6, and it's the last Pokemon, that's like a 250, 300 power move. Oh, I missed that last time. Which, okay, that's powerful. It's okay. However, what Smogon forgets to realize is that these Pokemon, while they have really gimmicky moves, are some of the easiest to counter in all of Pokemon. Mousehold. You want to know how to counter Mousehold? You wear a rocky helmet. You just let the Mousehold kill itself.
Yeah, because every time it hits, it would take damage. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. It cannot survive if there's a rocky helmet involved. Ooh, a crit. Another crit.
You're just sitting here bonking. What? Give me another. No, okay. DJ Khaled, another one.
It's one of those things, and yeah, like Sage Panda's saying, is that it doesn't affect ghost types. You throw a ghost type out against Mousehold. Oh look, you won.
Well.
Unless it's using the float stone, which allows it to hit ghost. But at that point you're not. You have a lot.
Yeah, you're losing your wide lens cheese.
Yeah. And it looks like, actually, I think they might have patched this move in the last thing, because it's not hitting every single time. Because I just had a 1 hit there.
Yeah, they might have changed the way the wide lens affects it.
Because they did have, too, there was a bug, and I haven't heard if it's gotten rid of yet, in the competitive scene, that on certain turns, the random seed generator for competitive was bugged. And so it wasn't a random generator. It was the same generator every time. And so if you knew what the accuracy of your moves were before you're able to use them, you'll always be able to hit that Oko every time because it won't miss on a specific turn. Mm-hmm. So you could be like, hey, I'm just going to use my I'm going to just use my my sheer cold or fissure here, and I'm just going to win.
Oh wow.
I'm going to use protect until I need to attack. And so people were cheesing in the casuals really hard with that because you could easily just cheese it. But I think they fixed that now because I haven't seen anyone use Oko moves in ranked yet.
Well, that's good. I mean, I've never done... Like, I've watched professional Pokemon, but I've never, gotten into it. The closest thing I got was... looking up what Pokemon were really good in Sun and Moon, because Sun and Moon is my favorite gen. So
that's a hot take. I know a lot of people
I'm
that
full of hot takes.
I know a lot of people that would literally just go crazy that you said that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly enjoyed it just because
boy Guzma.
I was literally just about to say.
Y'all are stupid.
I was literally just about to say he was my favorite character up until Larry of this generation. He was he was like my favorite character because he'd be like, "Yo, it's your boy Guzma," and yet again another argument why Pokemon needs voice acting because I wanted to know what voice they give Guzma. He's probably in the anime. And I just haven't seen it, but
yeah. So in the anime, he sounds very much like a normal person, and it makes me sad. They didn't give him any kind of accent ever, but no, Team Skull is my favorite, and would take a guess. The guy who likes skulls is his favorite's Team Skull. Anyway, but I mean, my name is literally Dokuro Jim. Dokuro is the Japanese word for skull, people. Like I don't know what else to tell you.
I did not actually know that.
Mm-hmm. So where my name came from, and this is some Dokuro Gym lore. Where my name came from is I was listening to the Team Skull theme while I was playing another game, and in the background of the Team Skull theme they go Dokuro, that's right. Like that's the background of the Team Skull theme.
Okay.
And I was like, huh, I like the way that sounds. And then my name is Jim, so
yeah, the more you know.
So yeah, that's secret Jim lore. But Team Skull was one of the best written teams that we've gotten in a long time. I would say even probably the best written since Team Plasma. Because Team Rainbow Rocket was a cop-out.
Yep.
And all y'all can fight me about that. But, yeah, no. Sun Moon was my favorite. I think they had the most interesting Pokemon designs. Go ahead, kid.
I thought it was really funny that, so after Black and White 1, when that came out, it made me laugh really hard because PETA came out and they said, hey, Team Plasma's fantastic. They're one, PETA was literally giving a ringing endorsement of Team Plasma. And so the Pokemon Company responded in one of the single best ways I've ever seen. They made Team Plasma in Black and White 2 literally like close to like World War II Axis people, because I don't know if I can say that word on Twitch. Just because PETA gave them an endorsement. They're like, hey, you still like them now?
Are they still good? Still very well written, though, I would say.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, okay, so the thing that cemented Team Skull for me, right, is, since we're talking about teams now, I love when you go to P-Town, which is where Team Skull lives.
Yeah.
In their big abandoned town. For those of you who haven't played Sun and Moon, because it's bad for some reason.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for like a multi-year-old game.
Yeah, I'm looking at all of you who say Sun and Moon is bad. Fight me at dawn. Anyway, so you go to P-Town and you talk to a bunch of the Team Skull admins, and they're just like, yeah, we're just giving these kids a place to be, a place to be themselves, a place to live.
Yeah, they're like,
maybe you're having problems with your parents, maybe you're having problems with your schoolmates. This is a place where you can come and be yourself.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, Team Skull was a fantastic, and the same thing. I really enjoyed Team Star in this one because it's very much the same way. Like, they started off as these like big villains, and then you're like, wait a minute, no, these are just kids that were bullied to the point where they decided to stand up for themselves. And they started this organization for kids that were bullied to the point where they wanted to quit school. And I thought that was just a really cool sort of thing, and it very much reminded me of that Team Skull sort of thing, like the hey.
Yeah, Guzma just wanted to give them a place to be.
Yeah.
And so he did.
Guzma's just such a good character to begin with. Like
So my favorite.
I just enjoy Guzma.
My favorite thing. Is when when you go inside the big realm when you're gonna fight the big boss character, and he's sitting in the nightmare realm and he's like, y'all should probably leave. Like, you should probably, why are you here? Do you not see where we are? You should probably leave. And they're like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go fight the big boss. And he's like, okay, don't die. I swear to God, if you die.
I am not responsible if you die.
I am not responsible for children. Okay, that's why I leave the grunts alone. That's why Plumeria checks on them. Okay, I don't do that. I sit and I look intimidating. That's what I do.
See, you know what storyline that I thoroughly enjoyed more than most was Legend of Arceus.
So I didn't play that one.
You didn't? Okay.
I have not played that one. I haven't touched my Switch in like ages.
If you ever want to do yourself a favor, go through and play that one. The story was fantastic. It's by far for me. Like, I love Scarlet and Violet. However, it's a step down from Legends Arceus. Legends Arceus has some of the coolest mechanics in Pokemon. They changed up the entirety of the the place cycle. They sort of made it. Honestly, they sort of did the whole Digimon sort of battle system where the speed calculations are like you can get multiple turns before you get to the next Pokemon. Which was a lot of fun. I really like it. And then the Alpha Pokemon were fantastic, and I'm a little disappointed that the Alpha Pokemon didn't transfer to this one. Like, they had the Titans, but that's like 5 Pokemon that you have big.
It's if I was going to play any of them, I would probably play Legends, just because it is like pseudo like Warring States era Japanese themed, and I kind of dig that.
See, my biggest hope.
If I decide to pick one up, I might. Yeah.
My biggest hope is that they don't abandon, like, it wasn't just like a one-off. Like, I'm hoping they start doing that and just developing lore for previous generations, because they could absolutely go, like, Johto is the prime candidate for it. Going into the lore of how the 3 legendary dogs were formed. Like, go into the burning of that tower. Like, have that be a main event in, like, the game line, because the Legend Arceus was a darker timeline. Like, look, like literally, the Pokemon will murder you. They will flat out try to kill you.
I have heard about that. Yes, Lost. I've heard about the Freer Gallery. I think is how you say it in DC. Yeah, I will. That's one of the things. I mean, so the wife and I are talking about going to Japan next year, which would be fantastic. I would love that. Mostly because I want to go see the Mugiwara store and the Tokusatsu Museum, so I can see all the Power Rangers suits that they just put up. So.
DC is by far one of my favorite places I've ever been. Hands down, I would love to go back to DC anytime. Life events happening. Not going to be able to get out there probably for quite a while. But one day, I'll be back to DC. I'd love to just bop around all of the... it probably has changed a ton. My goal to go out there, though, is mainly just for the Smithsonian's. I would love to just spend a week and just live in the museums.
That sounds cool.
Like, actually spend the time. Like, my family has donated artifacts to the Holocaust Museum that I've never been able to see. So I'd like to go and... because I know they're on display. I would like to go to the Holocaust Museum and and check out... Oh, Sage, you live in Japan. That is awesome.
I live in... what part of Japan? Just out of curiosity. Tokyo. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. I really want to go to. I believe Hokkaido is where the Henshin Museum is. But I love Kamen Rider, and I really want to go see. They just put a bunch of new stuff in the Henshin Museum for Geats, and I really want to. Well, for Geats and Double, I believe. So I really want to go see all that stuff they just put in there. Go see the actual like actor worn suits and stuff like that.
That'd be really cool.
Well, they have the original. So the original Super Sentai suits from the 70s, they have them in there. So like the original Aqua Ranger and Midori Ranger and Owl Ranger, like the very first ones.
Yeah.
And that's just cool to think about, like that's where it originated. You know? Like this whole like Japanese and American like tour de force of culture originated right there in the 70s, right there. And it's like, okay. Yes.
See, one of my
also
yeah, go for it.
No, I was just gonna say, there's a Kamen Rider reference in this game.
Is there?
The fighting pose where your character like does the like. I mean, I'm doing it, but like where they do the like hand to the sky, where they're like doing the chop.
Yeah.
And but I think it's like it's one of the poses you can do, but it's like the victory pose or the fighting pose or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a Kamen Rider pose.
Oh, it's probably the Team Star one where they do like the star.
Probably. I don't remember which one. I can look it up. Hold on.
Also, while you're looking that up, one of the things I just want to say I'm very grateful for is that the fact that this community has been being able to do like streams and stuff like that and doing D&D, it has greatly allowed me to meet so many new and amazing people from all over the world. I know people like now. Like I've met someone from Japan, Usage. I have players that live in Canada. I have people that view from the UK. People that like all over. I even met someone from Australia a couple times, and it's to me that is one of the coolest gifts that this has been able to give me is just that enrichment of being able to meet people from all over the world and have common things to talk about.
Yeah, so the Pokemon is Low Kicks.
Oh, low kicks, yeah.
Low Kicks is a common order reference, and then the Low Kicks knows a number of kicks-based move, including the new move Axe Kick. Axe Kick is a Common Rider kick, apparently. I haven't seen it. But the way he does is directly from the way that Kamen Rider Ichigo, the first one, the way that he does his Rider Kick, it's a direct translation, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the pose is the fighting pose, is what it's called. It's the emote.
Oh, the emotes, yeah. I can actually do that real quick on stream to show you.
Hellbender Salamander.
Yeah, the Hellbender Salamanders are cool. Alright, so... Oh. Back.
I'm gonna need you to get off my desk, okay? I'm gonna need you to leave.
Alright, so we have... the emote... the fighting stance.
Yes.
There we go.
No, it's the... Okay, go back. Go back to the emotes.
Go
back to the emotes. It's that one. Okay.
The power pose?
Third row. No, third row. Rightmost one.
The hero pose?
Yeah, that's a Kamen Rider reference.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
See, I
Hero
love
pose.
this entire game. To me, was and has been one of my favorite Pokemon. Not due to the fact that it's necessarily good. Not necessarily the fact that it's got all these innovations and whatnot to the Pokemon franchise. It's because it's all dad jokes and puns. The entirety of the thing is Nintendo trolling, or the Game Freak trolling the community. Like, look at the names of all of the Pokemon that they announced before the game came out. You had Smoliv, the small olive Pokemon. You had I'm literally running an Arboliva in this team to try because I really like the I really like the Pokemon. Then you have what was the bread pup? What was the bread pup's name?
Fido.
Fido. Yep, Fido. The fairy dog Pokemon.
Fairy bread.
Yeah, fairy bread. Who evolves into Dash Bun.
No. No.
Literally.
Really? Is that for real?
Yes.
Is it a real thing?
Yes. And it's adorable, but at the same time, look here, like literally, Dash Bun.
It's just a bread dog. It's just a dog made of bread.
One of my all-time favorite shinies in the game is Dash Bun because it literally just turns into a cinnamon roll dog. Like, that's the coloring it gets. Mm-hmm. Then I also like, hey, it's a household of mice. What do we call it? Mousehold. Like,
Stares at camera.
What's that?
I said stares at camera. Mousehold, and you just stare at the camera.
There is...
It's funny.
There's LeChonk, which is literally the internet's meme right there of a pig.
He's thick.
Literally just... Tarantula, or Taruntula. Like, literally, Or my favorite for the scientific pun in your life, NaCl. NaCl, sodium chloride. It's made of salt.
Okay.
Like,
I'm glad that one makes you laugh, Ken.
I for a while almost went for chemistry for school, which does look exactly like it looks like it escaped from Minecraft. Or then you have Paldean Whooper, or as one of my really good friends told me, Pooper for Paldean Whooper.
What is the, do you have the evolve form?
Yes, where I just passed it here, I thought.
Can you pull him up where you can see the model?
Yeah. Yeah, Clodsire.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that cool for here, but in battle, all of those white specks on its back shoot out spikes. I just wish its stats were good. What are the other ones that you have that are puns? I really like this one. This one hurts inside. Orthworm.
Yeah. So like Earthworm.
Yes,
Earthworm.
but it's Orthworm, and it's literally the dumbest Pokemon I've ever seen in my life. Like, this one hurts me that it's a Pokemon.
That looks like a Fakemon.
It does.
It
It
looks
look.
like a Pokemon that someone would draw and be like, "That's my new Pokemon."
This one makes me laugh.
Bombardier.
Bombardier.
Shut up. Why? That's not even clever.
It's.
That's not...
The thing that gets me is that it's one of the only Pokemon. Its hidden ability is it boosts. I don't remember what it's called, but its hidden ability is it boosts Rock type moves. So it gives you a Rock type stab without having the Rock typing, and its entire thing is it likes to fly above people and drop down rocks or things that are loud when they hit the ground.
So you've got a Pokemon that will literally kill you. That's good.
Yes. And then you have Scovillian, which is the first grass fire type. But Scovillian. And it's a hot pepper Pokemon.
I like that. That's on my team. Look at him. Look at his bell pepper ass. Look at him.
Oh, right. He has one of the coolest shinies too in the game too. I would love to have him on a team. I think I'm going to do a Sun team soon, and have him on it because he has chlorophyll.
Oh, okay.
So little hot pepper gets real spicy and real quick. Yeah, and its pre-evolution doesn't look like anything. It's just a little. I thought it was going to be a bird Pokemon, honestly, because it's like I don't even know if I have that one anymore.
Little pepper man.
Capsakid.
Capsakid
is what that one's as its pre-evolution is called.
Oh, okay. What's the little yellow cartoon-looking thing right below your cursor?
Oh, Tatsugiri.
What is...
This is the what form is this one? It doesn't say what form it is. But that's so. There's a really funny combo for that Pokemon actually in this team. I have the orange form of Tatsugiri. It is the false dragon Pokemon. It is water dragon type, but it has the ability called Commander. When it enters the battle, it goes inside the mouth of an ally Dondozo if one is on the field. The Pokemon then issues commands from there. So it goes into the mouth of this thing and becomes a tank. And then changes up. It gives a 2-point stat boost on everything for the Dondozo. And Dondozo then has the Unaware ability, which ignores any stat change from the opponent. But then it also has the move Order Up, which changes its ability based on based on what type of Tatsugiri is in its mouth.
Huh.
So the one I have increases its attack stat by 1 every time I use it. So it just gets real big real quick.
Mm-hmm. Is that a shiny Toxel?
Where?
On your box 8 that you were just on. Down there in the corner.
No.
She's not shiny. That's regular.
Just a regular.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
I think, is this Beep here? No, that's not Beep. Beep I made a Tinkaton for my first competitive team because Beep requested it, and I love Tinkaton. It's a fantastic Pokemon. Not a great Pokemon for competitive. It just doesn't have the stats to hold up. I'm still trying to find a way to make it viably work, but what's any more funny, punny Pokemon here? Oh, you have Flamigo, which is literally just a goddamn flamingo.
I'm a flamingo. I'm coming on your shoreline.
It's got one of the coolest abilities, hidden abilities in the game, which I want to use. That it copies all of your allies' stat changes when it comes out onto the field. So you do a double.
So if they've yeah.
Yes, if you've boosted the hell out of your Pokemon and then switched that one out next to it, you just copied everything. It's really cheesy, but I can see it working.
That just makes me think of the Flamingo song by Mark Rebier. If you haven't listened to that, you need to.
I'll have to look it up.
It's like you need to use a competitive team with Flamingo in it, and every time you send him out, just turn on the Flamingo song and just win.
That would require me to use Flamigo. I'm going to make a team with it on it one day. I might give myself a challenge and make a competitive all bird team.
Bored.
Just in honor of Moros in the chat here, because I know you love your birds.
Bird time.
Because I absolutely.
Let me talk about. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I absolutely love making just themed competitive teams, because half the time people don't expect them.
I just wanted to talk about Moros real quick, because Moros is Slack's player, right? I'm not remembering that.
Yep.
I'm remembering that correctly. Okay. I've heard about Moros. I last time was my first time playing with Moros. Slacked is a boy, and I want you to know that Cedric will do everything in his power to protect him. He will be protected.
I haven't tried the Hero Dolphin Sage. I really want to. It's a very gimmicky Pokemon to use because you have to switch out and then switch back in to get it to work.
Yeah, I hear he thick as hell though.
Oh, he has higher stats than the legendary when he goes to his other form.
What?
Yes. He's got like a water type U-turn move. He hits and then comes back. And it's funny, when he evolves, all he gets is a little heart on his chest from the previous evolution. But let me go to the Pokedex for it because it's a funny. Here. Nope, stop. I hate Nintendo controllers because I have like 3 different controllers, and do you think any of them have similar controls, a similar control layout?
No.
Not a one.
Not allowed.
So we're gonna go there. So we have a, let's do. It was literally just in P, and it went all the way back to F when I looked back. Alright, Palafin. Like, it's a play on Paladin. Because you see, it has the little tiny Finians off in the bottom, and it turns into this All Might looking mother trucker.
Yeah, he's going, huh. That's the noise that this Pokemon makes. He's going, huh.
So yeah, like literally the Zero form is just this little tiny thing, and then you have the Hero form. This Pokemon's ancient genes have awakened. It is now so extraordinarily strong that it can easily lift a cruise ship with one fin.
What?
That is terrifying.
Why he's so strong? Game Freak, why he's so strong?
Yeah, let me just look up because this is now this is making me wonder here. All right, so let's look up Palafin. Boom. All right, Palafin. Boop-a-doop. All right, ooh, it's shiny's cool. It's like almost a purplish blue. All right, so we're gonna hero form. What is the stats on the hero form? The base stats.
Palafin, the wreck your legs Pokemon.
Oh my God! Base stat total 650. Just for shits and giggles, let's pull up Mewtwo. Let's pull up.
This boy ain't a super.
Let's just pull up Mewtwo just for shits and giggles as a comparison.
Okay. Allowed. Okay.
Okay, so for Mewtwo's stat base total is 680. This is 30 points away from a Mewtwo. Its HP, base HP is 100. Its attack stat is 160. Defense 97. Special attack 106. Special defense 87. Speed 100.
Just a question. What is Arceus?
Arceus. Let's look up our Lord Savior Arceus.
Let's look up Pokemon Jeebus.
Let's look up their retcon for Pokemon lore. Because originally,
just out of curiosity,
Mew was the be-all, end-all, and then they're like, nah, we're going to change that to Arceus. So Arceus has 720. So it's still, it's 100 points strong, or no, 70 points stronger than Palafin. But 70 points away from Arceus. The average competitive Pokemon is like between the 420 to 500.
I like how in its Pokedex entry little picture thing, there's a bunch of little Palafins just sitting around being like, oh. And then there's one Palafin who's just like, ha, yes, I have gloves.
Right? I have gloves.
I have evolved gloves. What do you have, you handless peons?
I could pick up a cruise ship above my head. What can you do?
I have that you don't? Thumbs. I have ascended.
Now I want to get one, raise one up, and literally just call it Thumbs for that reason.
Yeah.
Thumbs is the true evolution.
Yeah, Thumbs is the true evolution. Gone are the days when I could not open pickle jars by myself.
Oh, that one's good. That one's really good. That's what that 650 stats for, is just literally to open up all the pickle jars.
Watch, peons, as I use simple tools. And all the other ones are like, oh. He can brush his teeth.
He can brush his teeth. I want to see that animated now. Look, I can use simple tools. And it's just someone brushing their teeth, like the next scene over.
And all the other Palafins are like, oh.
Do I still have... Oh, I need it.
Hey, Hey, so I have a question, Ken. If Palafin have hands, can he drive car?
I mean, he technically has. It looks like pretty.
He has feet.
Yes, I would say he probably has the capability of driving a car.
Yeah, he could drive a Pokemon car at the Pokemon World.
Little scary of a thought.
Yeah. This is my chauffeur. This is my Palafin chauffeur.
Just
pull up and it's this one slightly moist fish. Hello.
Shows up in the boatmobile.
The invisible boatmobile. Palafin Man and what's the barnacle one? The barnacle Pokemon with the one that turns into Barbaracle?
Yeah, Barbaracle.
Yeah, Palafin Man and Barbaracle Boy.
That's hilarious. And that is a very valid question there, Moros. What are the Pokemon eggs and the Pokemon sandwiches? The other thing is because, okay, my biggest issue with this game, and I love it dearly, we are the fucking monster. Oh, that's a fucking shiny! That's a fucking shiny fucking Fluttermane!
You've done it!
What the fuck? It's this spot! Every single time! All of my natural shinies is in this fucking spot! All of them!
You've done it. Watch, human, as I increase your luck. Hello, it's me.
Holy fuck! And this is the shiny that everyone wants. This is one Pokemon that another one that Smogon banned like day one.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. It ain't that cool looking. I'm sorry.
It's not that it's not that it's that cool looking. It's because it's min-max to hell.
It kind of looked like an avocado.
It does. It really does.
And I mean,
Snow-Pea.
Like it's cool.
Snow-Pea was the only exception. I found Snow-Pea actually in the first area. But as far as like in this save file, it's all of my shinies are right here.
Cluster.
Like it just.
What's the catch rate on that?
The shiny drop rate or the catch rate?
Yeah, well, what's the drop rate for like the natural shinies in?
Natural shinies is 1 in 4,312, I believe.
Oh.
I have the shiny charm, so I have half that for wild, so I'm about 1 in 2,000. But my thought on the shinies in this game is because there's so many Pokemon spawned overworld at one time, you're getting so many rerolls on that shiny odd that theoretically, mathematically, you have a much higher shiny rate. To find shinies in this one than in previous games. And I can't justify hitting this thing because I don't want a little critical capture. Alright, so this... I can't believe I just fucking found a shiny on stream. Like, literally just going about my business. As one does.
Talking about stupid Palafin memes.
Right. Alright, save the immediate. I watched a guy yesterday, he caught a shiny, and then his game fucking crashed. As it caught the Pokemon. And he lost it. I'm like, oh, that's awful. That is terrifying.
And that would make me never want to play the game again. I'd just put the Switch down and walk away. I'd be like, no, it's not worth it.
Back in the Game Boy days, when you had like an actual battery that you had to worry about, I remember we were on like a 5-hour car ride. We were going up north to northern Michigan, and I had not saved at all. Didn't realize my battery was getting low. And I was fighting Team Rocket. It was like, I think, gold version. And one of their coughings used self-destruct. And the second it used self-destruct, my battery died. And I'm like, well, I haven't saved for 5 hours. Oops.
That's something that sticks with you until you're
Right?
You're like, man, remember that time when I was 7 and it didn't save my Pokemon game? Yeah, I'm still a little salty about that.
Right. But alright, going back to the point I was making before, Shiny just blew my mind. Which is funny, because that was actually when I was planning on Shiny hunting. Because that Pokemon is really fucking good. No, you're the monster in this one. Like, when you kill a Pokemon, you don't faint a Pokemon anymore. You legitimately kill the Pokemon because you collect body parts. Like, look at this. I just killed the Glimora. I got Glimmet crystals. Some of these, it makes sense. Oh, they might fall off when it faints. Yes, that's okay. That's fine. It might fall off in battle. But there's some of them that you can't tell me that you're not mutilating the creature in order to get these parts.
Just walking over and ripping a chunk off, like, yeah, it's fine.
Like, literally for Scyther, it's a Scyther claw. You're taking a trophy there. You aren't gathering parts. You're taking a trophy.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my food.
Alright, go for it. And my biggest question, though, for those who are still watching, is who cleans the TM machine? Because you're just shoving all that stuff into the TM machine to make your TMs. D&D street cred with this edition. The sad cleaner ghost Pokemon. It's the Rotom form that most people don't know about. Rotom Vacuum. Those of you who don't know what I'm just doing right now, I am, besides being just astounded that I just found a shiny, I am doing Eevee training right now. So that's why I'm only targeting the Glimmets right now, or Glimoras right now, because they give me a special attack on my Pokemon. Probably a Mimikyu, because it already has the Execution Mask. I like that a lot.
Alright, any more shinies?
Not yet, no. Not yet, no. But I made the joke when you walked away. I want to know who cleans the TM machine in this game, because you can make your own TMs by putting these Pokemon parts in the TM. Like what? Like a sort of demented penny machine. Like, I want to know who has that job to clean that thing after that.
Oh, you know, that's Steve.
That's Steve?
He goes, yeah, it's a living. He's just sweeping the Pokemon sludge out of the TM machine.
You know,
I take it home, I use it for mulch for my plants. It's nutritious.
See, now that would be a funny character to play in D&D. That's what you get, or that's how you get a muck. That'd be a funny character to play, though. You're just the janitor of a local dungeon, and you got tired. Like, you just sort of got tired of taking care of the dungeon. So you're just like, This is my vacation, guys. Like, I want to be the one to make a mess in the dungeon here. For once.
You just go in and you're like, yeah, normally I get mad at adventurers who throw the pillows and the bedclothes everywhere, but you know what? Rips into a down pillow and just throws feathers everywhere.
It's my day off.
Better now.
I tell you what, I'm running a table for a bunch of high schoolers on Saturdays now at a local library, and tell you what, they have some of the most imaginative characters I've seen in a long time.
Give me a taste.
Okay. This is right up your alley. You will absolutely love this one. So this kid, he's only played like a game or two of D&D, and he tells me what he wants to do with his character ID. He's like, I want to be a giant tiger person that can take a lot of hits. Okay. I'm like, we can do that. We can do like a Leonin or a Tabaxi or something like that, or even a Shifter. He's like, okay. So we look at the Leonin. It fits what he wants to do. And then he looks to, he's like, well, Barbarian sounds fun. Absolutely, let's go Barbarian. And so we're going through, like, with his background, like, what he gets proficiency with and stuff like that, and he gets proficiency in a musical instrument. And he's like, so, does it have to be a fantasy instrument, or can it be a modern-day instrument? And I'm like, I don't see why not. Like, I'll make it work if you want to have something. He's like, well, I know how to play the tuba in real life.
Oh my god! What?
So,
What?
So his character, essentially. So I'm like, okay, so you just have the marching tuba, so a sousaphone. You're this giant 7-foot-tall barbarian tiger man running through with a sousaphone around your waist, roaring into battle. I'm like, this is one of my new favorite characters.
Just punching people.
Right? And so we started one of my favorite games for brand new groups of players that have never played together before. And I think you might have been at the table before this, or you might have joined late, is What's in the Box, which is a fantastic warm-up game for especially new players that have never played at a table together. So what you do is each character, everyone gets into character. And so they have to ask questions as what their character would ask in the course of this conversation. And each character has a box. The box can be pretty much any size, but it has to be something. Whatever's in the box has to be relevant to their character on a personal level. And so you'll go out and ask, hey, what, 20 questions. Like, hey, does your box, or does the item in your box, does it make a ticking sound? Or does it do this or do that? And this tiger guy, he has a sousaphone in the box. And so they're asking him all these questions about it. And so he's just like, all right, is it a musical instrument? He's like, yes. Can you play it? He's like, yes. And for the very first roll of the campaign, he pulls out the sousaphone. He's like, can you play it? He's like, yes. And so he blows into this thing. And so for the shits and giggles, the very first roll of the campaign, he rolls it, and he rolls a 4 on his performance check. They're sitting there in the jungles around Chalt, around a campfire, and all the birds just start flying up. But it was absolutely wonderful. Like, I am so excited to run for this group. All of the characters are really cool. I would talk more about them, but I don't want to reveal if any of the kids watch some of their the hidden stories and stuff like that they want to do. So, but I just want to say I'm super excited for all of these characters.
The sousaphone Tiger Man, yes.
By far, one of the most unique D&D characters I've seen in a long time.
Just, I love that it's a tuba. It's not like he's like, yeah, I want to have a guitar. Yeah, I want to have like a bass.
No,
I
it's...
want to have like a guitar or anything. He's like, no, I want a tuba.
Yes.
Just freaking roll out the barrel while you're punching somebody. Boom, papa with the little.
And I just can't wait to see, because all of the kids were getting into it, like into character, and we only got through half the boxes just because the library was closing where we were running. The game, so to be respectful, we cleaned up a bit early, but we're gonna pick back up with that soon. But I'm stoked for this campaign.
I'm stoked for Curse of Strahd.
It's such a fun one.
I want to be like I like playing Finn. Don't get me wrong. He's my little scrungo. I enjoy being difficult and being a problem. But like playing Cedric in a party full of the world sucks and is bad, and Cedric's like, but what if we were still nice? What if we weren't buttholes to each other? And they're like, but how do I do that? And he's like, well, first you be nice. And they're like, I don't understand. Does not compute.
I am. I like that a lot.
Treat everyone fairly and with respect, and Slack just combusts.
I do like that question. What type of birds do you have in the world? That is a very interesting question. Depends on where you are in the multiverse. If you're in Faerun, they got lots of birds. They got little birds. They got pretty much every bird that we can think of in our world. But then they got like rocks and shit like that. And the big ones. If you go to Midgard, Midgard is terrifying. I don't know if you've ever played in the Midgard setting there, Jim.
I have not.
But there's a reason that when I run Midgard, I make sure I give the players max HP every level up. Because I love Cobalt Press. I love them dearly. They do not know how to calculate CR properly. Their worlds are so brutal that it is one of those things that their birds are real birds.
Bird plus.
Literally, they have birds that look like normal, happy-go-lucky birds. And then they mutate into these weird, terrible things. Or the one that's probably the most terrifying out of all of them isn't the birds. It's the goddamn moths.
Eldritch horror moths.
They have something called death moths. And they look like these absolutely gorgeous moths. And individually, they're not a problem. But when they congregate, they become a swarm of these things that will and absolutely must strip the flesh off of everything in like a 5-mile radius. To the point where in Midgard there are actual drills when they're known to be in the area. Like, they have druids in cities that their entirety of their job is to put up wind walls when these moths are heard of in the area, or reported in the area. Then my all-time favorite monster, though, in the Midgard campaigns is they have an entire mimic bestiary, which is fantastic. But the other one, though, my favorite one is the crab bears. Or the bear crabs.
The bear crabs?
The bear crabs. So, imagine the body of the largest brown bear you've ever seen. But instead of the front legs of the brown bear, you have these large, massive claws.
Terrifying.
And then their shell isn't a hard shell because they can't fit into any hard shell. They can't create a shell of them upon themselves. So what do they do? They have an adhesive on their backs that they produce.
Of course they do.
That they just roll. Okay. They roll in boulder piles. And they just sit there and they build up this giant armor on their back. And then anytime someone tries to hit them, their weapons stick to their shell. And then so then you have this entire mechanic of the party trying to hitting them, pulling their weapons off as another action. And they are just one of the biggest pests. But they're so much fun. And they're like huge in size. By the way,
I like it.
And this is a little bit of a what do you call it? Advertisement. I will be what do you call it? Oh, Wednesday one-shots are going away. I do not have enough interest in them to keep going. However, we will be replacing it with Midweek Midgard, which I will be running a very Nordic style Viking-esque campaign in the setting of Midgard in the Northlands. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's very much based off of Viking mythology for a lot of this stuff, so you want to check it out? Check out a new setting that isn't Faerun or the Sword Coast? Come down, you'll have some fun. But
I would like to introduce you to my new character, Hjorgen Bjorgensen. Last of his name, his family was killed by a Nidhogg, and he must strike against the gods and retrieve his family from the stomach of the Nidhogg. His family who ran the Bjorgensen Fjord.
The Bjorgensen Fjord.
The Bjorgensen Fjord.
I absolutely love that.
Yes, that is it's a forge, but his name is Hjorgen Bjorgensen. He runs Bjorgensen's Fjord.
I absolutely love that. I do have an answer to you, Moros. I do have my own setting. I haven't been able to put anything into it yet. I have hundreds of pages written of stories in this book before I even knew what D&D was. The world is called Zeeg, and I have the entire map built out. I have all of this stuff. I think when Sunday ends, I'm going to be doing a homebrew in that world, because there is a lot of really cool things in there that I would love to incorporate.
Homebrew is my shit, dude. Like, honestly, I love running an Aeon Terra, and like, because I can just do whatever I want. It's I have no constraints.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about homebrew, is that you can do that. And my biggest issue with not doing homebrew for the longest time, especially for the stream stuff, is I just didn't have the time. Because homebrew takes a substantial more amount of time and more of an investment in order to do it right.
Yes, sir. That is very true.
So it's one of those things that I never really got into it, except for like the Sunday. I'm like, okay, I can dedicate the weekend to preparing for Sunday. And that's one of those things that, like, okay, cool. Now that I'm doing streaming and D&D full time, I have the time to prepare the homebrew stuff, which is why I want to do the Midgard stuff, because Midgard, I don't have any of the campaigns for Midgard. That just doesn't exist to me. I could find it. They're hard to get your hands on. I'd much rather have my own adventure in Midgard because the lore is so amazing. in that.
Well, let me tell you what I've done, or what I've thought about doing. I haven't done it yet, but what I thought about doing was I had an idea for a West Marches campaign, which I was going to call Aeon Terra: The North Marches, which was going to be basically you're going up into the north, which is the unexplored part of Aeon Terra, and instead of building a whole a whole story, a whole like main quest with a bunch of side quests, like I did for my first homebrew game that I ran for like 3 years and then finally completed. Instead of doing that, I crafted a bunch of really cool dungeons and a bunch of really cool locations, and basically the party is just going to be wandering around the hinterlands, which is the top part of Aeon Terra, and they're going to be finding every so often they'll find these locations and dungeons, and they sort of craft their own story by what they decide to do with those places.
See, I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, so it takes a little bit of the prep time off of you, because you just prepare 5 or 6 locations, and then there you go, and the party sort of fits it together for you. You don't fit it together yourself.
Yeah. See, I really like that idea. My favorite one that I did, honestly, was for the Sunday game. I had them build new characters, or like throwaway characters to establish the lore. And how that first adventure went, I based off the entirety of the rest of the game.
Very interesting.
But I like that idea that you have, is you just built the locations, and when they get there, they get there.
Yeah, and there's no like set structure. It's just, oh, you rolled this, okay, you're gonna find this one.
Yeah.
Like one of the ones I'm most proud of is it's a graveyard of swords, and they're all dancing swords that are wielded by the spirit of the swordsman that wielded them when they were alive.
Yeah. See,
and the last boss is a giant wielding a giant claymore.
I like that. Here, I will be right back. I need to use the restroom, so I will be.
Oh, go ahead.
Right back. Alright, I'm back, everyone. Sorry about that. Alright, so we beat our first one. I'm just trying to get some money here for some bottle caps at this point. So we got about 15 minutes left of the stream here, is what I'm... Oh, we get to battle the nurse. Of the stream here. I gotta take care of a few things before D&D tonight. And my girlfriend is getting hungry, so I gotta go feed her before too long. So... Oh.
Kid must go out and forage nuts and berries.
But we still got a little bit of time for that. I'm going to say about 15 minutes here. That way we hit the 2-hour mark with our stream. This has been a very awesome stream so far. I've been super happy with it. Thank you, Jim, for hopping in and hanging out.
Oh, yeah, that's what I do.
But we were talking about home...
I am the banter man.
Oh, it's wonderful. I love it. It feels like we've known each other for a lot longer than we have.
Well, I thought about that the other day. Like, I've only known Jask for like maybe 6 years, and I've known you even less. And I'm just like, hey, those are the homies. those are the dudes.
It's funny.
I wish we could have seen them while we were up in Michigan, but you know,
Yeah. I was real busy at that time. Real busy, unfortunately. Now my schedule's a bit more free. But there's always next time.
Oh yeah, there will be a next time. But
So,
yeah, Moiros, I met Jask on a game that we both play, and I met him in like 2000. I don't even know. Like 2016, 17. We've known each other for a few, probably even less than that. Like, or even more than that. I don't remember all the way, but yeah.
see, I've known Jask since I think he was 3 and I was 4. He's literally one of my oldest friends. At this point, like, I only have one friend that I've known longer. And it's funny. I was talking to I actually reconnected with one of my really good friends the other day, and it's funny because all of us have ADHD. Every last one of us in our core friend group, and we're all introverts. We're all really bad at picking up that phone and saying hi. But it's one of those things that, like, we were talking, like, we can literally not talk for ever, and then the next time someone talks, it's like we haven't missed a day. And for me, that is what I value most about, like, friendships. Isn't like how long I've had the friend, how this. It's, can I pick up that phone, and does it feel like we haven't missed anything?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, and I think go ahead.
it's just because like I got ADHD. It's not that I forget about people. It's not that that they don't matter to me. It's just I have a hard time with object permanence.
I felt. Understood.
What's that?
That's the reason why I said understood. I said that's the reason why my desk is such a mess, because I need to be able to see everything that I need.
Yeah, like literally, like growing up, I'd always call it. My mom would always get on my butt for having a really like messy room, and like if I clean it, I won't know where anything is. It's my organized mess. Because it might look messy. I know where every last thing is in this room. I can find it within 30 seconds if you ask me for
it. Well, I'm going to dip and let you finish stream, Ken boy.
Okay.
I'm going to go feed animals, but I will see you in approximately 5 hours.
Yeah, I will.
You said 7, right?
Yeah, 7 tonight. Yes, because we got to wait for Anara to get off the bus.
Alright, well, I will see you in approximately 6 hours, my boy.
Alright, see you then. Can't
Thank
wait.
you. See you later.
Bye-bye. Yeah, and see him on Friday. It worries me that the nurse has a Toxapex. This population bomb is just broken. I love it. She's not an instructor yet. Hey, 13K. I'll take that. Oh, I get Irvin again. I like that he slaps his face every single time he goes to battle. He is getting himself pumped up. Boom, bada, bang, bada, bang, bada, boom. Please don't paralyze. Thank you. Boom, 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 boom. I think after this battle, this is where we're probably going to call it for the night. Or for the day. We'll be back on in a little bit. Garganackle, yes. I would like to see if Mousehold can hold up against Garganackle. I want to see if Population Bomb, because Garganackle is one of the strongest defensive Pokemon in this game currently. So we'll do a tidy up. We'll give myself that. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Sweep the floor. Oh, you're throwing a Stealth Rocks. I'm gonna have to clean that up now. I'm gonna have to clean that up, Garganackle. I'm gonna tie you up again. Get rid of those. Ooh! Ooh! I did not like that. Alright. Well, I'm not going to Tetralize. I'm going to do the not very effective Population Bomb. We'll see how this works against this Garganackle. We got two attack boosts, 2 speed boosts, and a little tiny Diamond Crown. Boom, bada bang. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a crit. 6. And 7. 7 hits on a Garganackle, and it took out the Garganackle. Or Garglestack? Garganackle. Garganackle. Toadscruel. I will not switch my Pokemon. Mousehold for the win! More Population Bomb. Just a gargantuan hit on a power 20 move. Scovillian. I do like in this one how the Tetralization lasts longer than 3 turns, like it used, like the Dynamax did. So if like you are on a roll, you can get on a roll with it, like this. Cloyster, another defensive tank. Let's see how well we can take this one out. Another Population Bomb, do down, do down. And boom, bada bang. Mabostiff. All right. Oh, you dropped my attack by 1. That's okay. Time to terrestrialize. No one ever can outshine you. I think my little mouse can. I think it can. Unless you have, like, Sucker Punch, then I'd be in a little bit of trouble. I like how it's just like a legitimate dog bark for his Pokemon cry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, ah, ah. Dum dum ba dum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum ba dum. Bum ba dum ba dum bum. Oh, wait, there's still one more. Damn it! All right, Nimona. How many times do I have to tell you? You're weak. Attack and speed up. That might hurt a lot. Drop that waterfall. Remember, kids, don't go chasing waterfalls. Ooh, that is not a sustainable Pomot. Fighting electric type, if I remember correctly. So I will switch out to Toadscrew. Boom, bada, bing, bada, boom. So I am genuinely liking this new team. Ooh, ow! That, my friend, was a good hit. I would like to maintain everyone, so I'm going to switch over to Bella Banana. It's a bad switch, I know, just because electric type, but I don't think they're going to be using an electric type move, because I'm dropping order up. Have some sushi. The Dunsparce. All right. We'll get a tidy up off. Zoop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. Attack, defense, and accuracy. That would be a really good one to baton pass into a Mousehold. But now we're going to Population Bomb, terrestrialize, and go from there. Boom, bada, bing. Hit this Dunsparce until it cannot move anymore. Dun 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 bum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum. All right, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, bada bang, bada bang, bada boom, ba-da-ba-dum. I cannot wait for this to be against someone online. Earthworm. Let's see how Mousehold stacks up against the worm. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Even something that isn't very effective and has a high defense just gets demolished by this thing with one little... And I know these aren't probably competitively made Pokemon, but it's still funny. It's still really funny that this little tiny Pokemon is capable of such destruction. One. This is going to be a 3 or 4. Yep, 3 hit. Bye, Goodra. Meowscarada. See, Meowscarada scares me because of its flower trick. Its flower trick is way too strong for a move. Always, it's a guaranteed hit, and it always crits with a high base attack. Someone did the math, and if you Terastallize into it with the stab, with everything, you do 420 damage base power with it. That's after the crit. That's after everything is said and done. See, I'm not worried when like an NPC has it, but like I get a little worried when it's been giving me a bit of trouble in the competitive scene actually. But that's because people are using the Protean as well, allowing it to get any typing. Luckily, they changed Protean and nerfed it really heavily in this game. So you only get one change here. All right, we beat Nimona. Got some prize money. I'm going to probably be running this tournament quite a lot to get money for bottle caps and to level my Pokemon. Alright guys, but this is where we are going to end the stream. Thank you so much for watching. We had a great turnout today. Some great conversations. Thank you so much for watching. And please, check us out tonight for D&D. We're going to be Princes of the Apocalypse, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Cannot wait to see you there. Alright, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.